Hello dear students, good morning to all of you. In the last video lecture session, we have completed unit number 2, right? And in this video lecture session, we are going to start unit number 3. Unit number 3 is divided into the two parts. First part is markets and the second part is the national incomes, okay, or the types of income. So in this video lecture session, I discuss about this markets, what are the types of markets, what are the structures of market, and how profits are calculated in this particular types of market. Okay, so let's start it. Index, first one, there are the definition, then after the features of market, then third topic is factors affecting the size and the extent of the market, then the classification of markets and the market structure. First one, there are the definition of market. In the simple term, we say that the generally market is the place where the buyer and seller are physically present and the finalize that the transaction. So in the different, we can say in the definition is simple, we say that there are the place where the buyer and seller are gathering for doing some purchasing and selling activities called the market, right? But in the now modern term, this type of place, we can say that place is not important nowadays, right? Because all the transaction and all the shopping facilities are doing online, right? So there are the various sites have to facilitate this market, so we can easily purchase or sell doing the purchasing and selling activity, right? So Professor Strainer and Professor H is given that by a market there are the economics means any organization whereby the buyer and seller of the goods are kept in the close touch with each other. The definition is given by them. Then after, what are the features of market? First one area. Denote to a area or a region in which no number of buyer and the seller are scattered. They are connected with one another via broker, agent and letters. So it's called the features of market. Second one, buyer and seller. Buyer and seller, there are the must for the market. In the transaction, physical presence is not necessary. Nowadays, physical presence is not necessary, right? Then after, one commodity. For the existence of the market, there should be list one commodity like the wheat, vegetables, etc. And the market is termed as the wheat market, vegetable market, and so on, right? There are the according to basis on commodity, there are the various types of market, vegetable markets, fruit markets, okay. Then after, there are the perfect competition means what? According to Professor Cannot, there are the market must be possess the characteristics of perfect competition where the buyer and seller are free to enter in the market is called the perfect competitive market. Then after, one price. In the perfect competition between the buyer and seller, so the market area should be one price only. There are the not difference in the price commodity, that all the price are same. Then after, what are the factors affecting the size and the extent of the market? The size and extent of the market is affected by the following characteristics. First one, characteristics of commodity. There are the nature of demand. According to the nature of demand, market is different. Then after, durability. Some products are durable and some products we can say there are the perishable goods. So according to that, there are the market considered. Then after, portability. Some product we can say there are the portable. You can move or mobilize this product from one country to another country. It's a durable products and portability is higher. Then after, cognizable means the product will be cognitive. Okay, you can easily, we can say, join to other spare parts and to the other product. So it's all are considered on the affected to their market. Then after, sampling and the grading of the good, and they have to given the grade and sample to the goods. Then after, adequate supplies is available. Then after, substitutes of the market and the multi-uses of the one product. So this all are considering in the size extent of the market. Then after, classification of market. On this 6 basis, markets are divided. First one on the basis of area. So there are the local market, regional market, national market and the international markets, right? on the basis of time, very short time, short, long and very long time. Then on the basis of competition, perfect competition, imperfect. On the basis of function, mixed, specialized, sample and the grading market. Then on the basis of commodity, product, stock and bullion market. Then after on the legality, legal market and illegal market. So there are the classification of market. So see in detail, first one, there are on the basis of area and region. So from the local market, this name self-stated, there are where the buyer and seller are limited to area or region. So this market is called the local market. Okay. Then after regional market, when the buyer and seller are connected to the certain region area. So this area is wider than the local market, so it's called the regional market. Then after national market, when the demand of commodity is limited to the boundary of the country. Example, there are the market of the Gandhi Cape. So it's in Nehru Cape. It's always, we can say, consider the demand in India only, right? So this is called the national market. Then after international market, where the demand of the commodities, we can say, cross the boundary of the country. So it's called the international markets. Then after, on the basis of the time element, first one is a very short market. So supply of the good is limited, cannot increase the supply and the demand is determined the price of this such commodity. So it's very short market. Then after short period market, there are the product can be increased and demand plays an important role in this price determination. So it's considered as the short period market. Then if the demand is higher, then we can say that price is also higher, and if the we can say demand is decreases, then automatically supply is decreases. Then long period markets, the supply can be adjusted to the quantity of demand. So supply play we can say that important role in the price determination. So also called as the normal market. Then after very long, so both demand and supply can be changed because there are the very long time. So according to the long time, there are the changes occur in the demand and supply, right? So demand is includes with the we can say that consumers taste and interest, habit, fashion, and the supply is to be include. We can say that the producers price determinations. These all are considered in the very long time. Then after market basis on the competition. So perfect market and imperfect market, where there is a homogeneous product. What is the meaning of homogeneous product? Homogeneous product means there are the product which we can say in the size, in the term of the size, we can say price, size, quality, in the number of packaging, this all the models are same. So it's called the homogeneous products. Free entry and exits from the market of the firm. So perfect knowledge of the market condition and the perfect mobility of the factor of production. In the perfect market, we can say that the buyer and seller can know to each other, and they have the perfect knowledge regarding their firm, regarding the price, quality, okay. And there are the freely exit and entry of the any firm in this perfect competition, perfect market. Then after imperfect, where the perfect competition is not exist, there are the number of buyer and seller are the small. So the perfect knowledge of the market condition, there is the no single price in this market because there are the imperfect market. So there are the different price level are considering in this imperfect competition market. Then after on the basis of function. So there are the mixed and general market where the all types of goods are bound to sold is founded in cities. This is a mixed market and general market. Okay. There are the malls are considering in this mixed and general market. Then after specialized market where the particular commodity is sold is called the specialized market. Example, there are the vegetable market, food and grain market, cloth markets, right? Then after marketing by the samples, where the goods are bought and sold on the basis of samples. Example, there are the oil seeds, raw cotton. So they are considered as a marketing by sample market. Then after marketing by grades, when the goods are graded in the different buyer and sellers deals in the such goods on the basis of their grade. So it's considered as the basis of function for the market places, right? Then after, on the basis of nature of commodity, so it's a product market where the particular product is bought and sold. Example, there are the agri products and they sold in the agri market. So it's a krishi mandi. It's considered as a product market. Then after, stock market where the stock of the share, bond, debentures are we can say buy and sell in the particular market, right? There are the SEBI, then after National Stock Exchange, then Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, NSE, it's also are considered in the stock market where you can easily sell and purchase the shares, debentures, IPOs, right? Then bullion market where the silvers and the gold are bought and sold. So in this market we can say metallic trading takes the place. So here you can sell and purchase gold, silver, but physically you cannot sell. It's actually you cannot have these types of gold and silver coins, but in your bullion account you can find out this type of commodities and units, okay. Then after, market based on legality. It's a legal market and illegal market where the legal transactions of goods and services taken place and recognition by the government, so it's called the fair market. Illegal market where the high prices are changes what have to be been fixed by the government and earn the profit by the including the black marketing, smuggling, and the Hong Kong marketing are all considered as the illegal market. Then after, market structure, which is the very important questions, that there are the mainly 6 types of market structure: perfect competition, imperfect competition market, and the monopoly. So there are the main 3 types: perfect, imperfect, and monopoly. From imperfect they have to divide it in the 3 subcategory: monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and duopoly. So it's very important question regarding the point of your examination from the unit number 3. So let's see. First one, there are the perfect competition market. So what is meaning of that? From the name is stated in which market there are the perfect competition available between the buyer and seller. So it's called as the perfect competition market. So its perfect competition is a market structure in which there are the large number of sellers and buyers are available, having the homogeneous product. Both seller have the similar product available for the selling, right? So there is the single price in the market, because if the we can say one firm have to raise their product price, then automatically the demand of the product is decreases and they have to faces the loss, right? So all the price is a single price have to consider in this perfect competition. What are the salient features? There are not silent, there are the salient features, means the important features. First one, there are the large number of buyers and sellers are available. Second one, homogeneous product is available. Homogeneous means same products. Third one, freely entry and exits of the firm in the industry. Then fourth one, perfect knowledge of the market condition, for both have the buyer and seller both have the perfect knowledge about the market situation. Then no transportation cost. Then firm are price taker, means they have to take the price whatever decided by the firms, right? They cannot price maker. Then uniform price, both the firms which are in the competition, they have to be follow the uniform price level. Then after, firms equilibrium under the perfect competition. In the last video lecture session you have to learn about the equilibrium, right? So how they have to face this perfect competition, and they have to face equilibrium points. So here you see that an individual firm in the, we can say that criteria they have to consider in the equilibrium when the 2 conditions are met. So change in the output and production doesn't to be encourage them. So firm have to earning the maximum profit. So there are the 2 method. First one, TR and TC method. TR means total revenue and total cost method, and second one is the marginal revenue and marginal cost method. So first one is the total revenue and total cost method. So x-axis stand for the quantity, y-axis stand for the total cost and revenue. So here you see there are the loss phases if they have to less than the their total cost. Here you see that the total cost is higher than the total revenue, so firm faces losses. And if total cost is higher than the if the total cost is higher than the total revenue, so they have to face the loss, and if the total revenue is higher than the total cost, so they have to consider the maximum profit. So here firm get the higher profit, and then after they have to convert in the losses if the total cost is higher than the total revenue. Okay. Then after marginal revenue and marginal cost method, so here you see there are the x axis is indexes the quantity, y axis state for the cost, and there are the marginal curve. Marginal curves, we can say that marginal cost curve is like the hockey shape curve, and here there are the fixed cost and we can say marginal revenue are considered. Here there are the, we can say BEP consider, where the marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost, and if marginal cost is higher than the marginal revenue, so they have to face the, yes, they have to face the loss, and if the marginal revenue they are the marginal cost, so they have to get the profit. I hope you understand it. Then after, perfect competitive can be in the short run. So in the short run there are the, we can say short run period is considered as the less than 1 year, right? So there are the no entry or exits of the any firm for the short run. So firm will be equilibrium where the marginal revenue is the marginal cost. So firm can have the three situation in the equilibrium. First one, profit situation, loss situation, and the normal profit situation. So first one, here you see there are the profit situation. Here there are the three curves are considered: marginal cost curve, average cost curve, average variable cost, and the marginal revenue cost. So here you see there are the marginal revenue is higher than the marginal cost. So there are the profit situation in the short run. Okay. Then after, here you see there are the loss situation. Here marginal cost, average cost, average variable cost. So you see that average variable cost is higher than the, here you see there are this we can say row is indicate regarding the marginal revenue, right? So here is marginal revenue is less than the average cost. Here you see that this curve is the average variable cost and it is the marginal revenue, right? So your, we can say cost is higher than your revenue, so your firm have to face loss, right? Then after, shutdown point. Okay, what is the meaning of shutdown point? Where your firm have to face the higher loss. So your CEO and manager have to decide to shut down your business. So point where the price is below than the average variable cost, and as soon as the firm to attain the point should be stop this production. So so that's why loss is equal to fixed cost only. So here you see that average variable cost, average marginal cost, and average we can say that marginal cost, average variable cost, and marginal revenue is less than this three costs, right? So you have to face the higher loss. So your, we can say your point of view regarding the shut down your business, because you cannot get any profit and your business in the higher loss. That's why this is considered as a shutdown point. Then after, normal profit. What is the meaning of normal profit? Whenever your marginal revenue or average revenue is equal to your average cost, right? So here you see average revenue is equal to average cost. This curve is the marginal curve, average cost, and the marginal revenue. So here E is indicate that the average revenue is equal to average cost, means your income is equal to your cost. So it's considered as the normal profit situation. Then after, perfect competition in the long run. Okay, long run means there are the higher than the 1 year. So it's considered as the long run marginal cost. LMC is indicate long run marginal cost. Then after, long run average cost. So here E is indicate that the long run marginal cost is equal to the long run average revenue. Then after the perfect competition, there are the imperfect market. In this imperfect, there are the small number of firms having the large number of buyers and the seller with the product of differentiation are considered in the imperfect market. In the perfect market, there are the homogeneous product, all products are same, right? So imperfect competition, in the short run they have to get the profit. So here you see it's a marginal cost curve, average total cost, Then after average revenue and marginal revenue. So here you see that your average revenue is higher than your, we can say, average cost and the marginal cost. So you can find out the economic profit. This curves and these graphs are very important for examination point of view. So you should thoroughly learn these graphs, and if you find any query regarding any graph, then you can contact me, right? So it's very easy. Here you see that your marginal cost is higher than your average revenue. So this point is considered as your economic profit. Then after normal profit making situation in the imperfect competition. Normal profit where your marginal cost is equal to your average cost. So here you see it's the average total cost curve, marginal cost, then after your demand, and is your marginal revenue. So here you see that the point of E, right, here the point of E where your marginal revenue is equal to your marginal cost. So it's considered as the normal profit situation in the long run. Then after loss, it's a simple when your we can say that your average cost is higher than your average revenue is considered as your loss making situation. So here you see that your average total cost, average marginal cost, right, and here your average fixed cost and the marginal revenue. Here you see marginal revenue is less than your total cost. So here this from EMFT area, this area is considered as your loss. Okay. Then after imperfect competition in the long run profit. Okay, long run profit, because in the long run all factors are variable. So we can say that firm have to be a chance to doing some new extra activities, doing some innovation in their firms, right? So they have to get the higher profit. So here you see average total cost, marginal cost, demand, and the marginal revenue, right? So here you see there are the E point where your marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. So there are the imperfect competition in the long run, they have to get the normal profit. Then after in the imperfect market, there are the three types. So first type is the monopolistic competition. What is the meaning of that? A large number of sellers and buyers are available in this market. Product are differentiate in the market because it's the imperfect market. Then free entry and exits of the firm. Then none we can say price is competition. So it's a no price competition in this imperfect market. Then varying preference of the consumer. Consumer can prefer their product variously. Then facilities to the consumer. Consumer can have the different types of facilities. Then after oligopoly. Oligopoly means what? First one is a monopolistic, then after oligopoly. Another kind of imperfect competition is the number of sellers are few, where the number of sellers are few and each seller has a supply affected to the market price, and each sellers know it that if they have to doing changes in their supply, then automatically affect to the other firm. So it's a oligopoly market structures characterized, there are the quite similar to the monopoly and the market domain by the few firms. In the monopoly, there are the only one firm have to we can say cover there or penetrate the market. But in the oligopoly, there are the we can say consider there are the few firms have to be a control over all over the market. So there are the few sellers, then homogeneous products are available. Then they have to be interdependent because there are the few sellers are available. So they have to be decide their price interdependently. Then advertisement and the sales promotions costs are necessary because there are the few buyers, we can say that few sellers are available. So if they have not doing their advertisement, then that product cannot be sell than the other firms. Cutthroat competition. Okay, because there are the few sellers, so there are the cutthroat competition between them, and the restrictions of the any entry and exit of the firm. Any firm cannot enter in this market because they have the higher power and they cannot exist from this firm. Then price rigidity, because price rigidity available, if they have to change their price, then other firm should do the changes in this price. Okay. Then complicating market structure, because there are the few sellers are available, so market we can say that all penetrized and controlled by them. So here there are one example I considered that here 2% have to sell their burgers, right? So they have to be burger special as a $2.89 each, and Imuse Burgers Bonazans is considered as the 2.89 each. And if they have to doing the change, if the one person have to doing their increase their, we can say, price level, then they have to lose their customers. Okay, and if they have to decrease their price, and then have to consider that both have to face their situation, so they have to be a doing decide, we can say they have to be a decide the price mutually. Okay. Then after monopoly. Okay, what is the meaning of monopoly? Monopoly means a single seller or a producer in the market has full control on the supply of the they have to be a no close substitute. Okay, like take the example here, there are the one example is given to you, that RSEB, Rajasthan State Electricity Board, then railway, post and telegraph, there are the example of this type of market structure. There are the one seller are available and they have to be a fully control, we can say, all over the market. Here you can take the example, we can say that oligopoly, you can take the example of Activa and X6, right? But nowadays we can say that Activa is considered the monopoly in the market because they have to be a higher quality than the another firms and another products, right? So monopoly is a one type of, we can say that you have the power and you have the supply power then all over the market condition. Okay. Here single seller and the large number of buyers, so they can easily take the higher price because product is available for them only, right? So buyers should purchase the product from them only, and so they have to given the higher price because they have the king, we can say that king of the market, because all our supplies are controlled within them. So no close substitute, there are the no close substitutes are available for this product. One firm on the industry, because we can say that industry means what, there are the different firms. Okay, they are considered the different firms in the one sector is considered the industry, but this firm is considered as the industry because it's a one firm in the market, so it's considered called as the industry. Then restrictions on the entry, any person cannot enter or any firm cannot enter in this monopoly competition. Control all over the supply, they have the control all over the supply. Then either the price or price supply fixation, they have to be fixed their price, their supply level. Then after price and the output determination, so during the short run period profit making situation, normal profit, loss incurring, and in the long period profit making situation. So let's see one by one in the graph mode. First one, there are the profit making situation. Okay, here you see there are the marginal cost, average total cost, average revenue and marginal revenue. This average total cost we can say lesser than the marginal revenue. You can easily understand this. Average revenue is higher than your average cost. So here there are the economical profit is considered in the short run. Okay. Then after normal profit you can now easily understand when your average cost and your average revenue are equal, both are equal, is considered as your normal profit. Okay, so here you see there are the marginal cost and marginal revenues are equal, and here your average total cost and average revenue are equal. Then after loss incurring situation, where your average total cost is higher than your, we can say, your average revenue, right? Here your average revenue is lesser than your average total cost, so this area is considered as your loss situation. Then after during the long run there are the profit making situation, because they have to be a, we can say, all over control in the market, right? So they have to get the higher profit in the monopoly situation. So thank you very much. Here our, we can say, types of market and market structures are completed regarding the unit number 3 part 1, and if you find any query, okay, regarding this market and types of market, so you can ask me. From this graph you have to learn thoroughly these graphs regarding the short run and long run, and after watching this video lecture you should read from your textbook, and if you find any query then directly contact me. Okay, thank you so much.